Hello, beautiful soul. And welcome to this installment of Elevated Rambles. I recently posted that I would be restarting this podcast that I had started a little while back. It was actually an idea that was born on my patio with my ex, because we would always sit outside and get high and then just have these random conversations about any and absolutely everything: aliens, politics. I think sometimes cannabis, plant medicine, it elevates our thoughts and helps us to delve deeper into certain topics. So, I got the idea. I was actually listening to the first recording. So what it was is we were already on the patio smoking, and we had gotten into a conversation about something. And I was like, this is good stuff. I need to record it. And then once I started recording it, I think the idea came to me. So then I started to express that we should just record every time we get high and see what happens. Post it as a podcast or a blog or something. So that's how the idea initially was born. And then I kind of veered into something a bit different, although still high ramblings. And then, I kept recording a lot of stuff. I was posting for a while, and then I just got backed up. And I think because everything was so backed up, it was just like overwhelming, because I wasn't I would have to go back through so much, and it just felt like such a tedious task. And I was just like, I'm not doing that. So starting from here forward, right? So this is installment 1 of Elevated Rambles, refurbished version. Yeah. So, what will I be talking about today? One day I'll have other people that I'll be talking to, so this won't be such a task, because it'll be a conversation and it will just, keep flowing. Well, that's how I envision it in my mind. Although, silence is beautiful sometimes too. I know sometimes when you are, with people, like around people, and things get silent, it might feel a bit awkward, but I don't know, I kind of enjoy the awkwardness of those moments. I think they're I don't know, it's fun to explore those, explore myself within them, kind of feeling out how awkward or unawkward I might feel. Because in some silences I feel quite comfortable, but I can tell that the other person might not be. So they're always trying to fill in that space. It's quiet, I need to say something. I need to express something. What can I say in this moment? Instead of just enjoying it and just being in that moment, and instead of trying to fill in the empty space, feel into it and realize that it's not empty, right? silence comes with a lot, right? Which is why I think we sometimes avoid it, because we don't want to listen to the sound of silence, because silence speaks loudly to us, right? Yeah. Huh. I was just thinking, completely unrelated, because this is a video, am I going to be able to post it as a podcast? Or there's a way to just take the audio? Yeah. Yeah. Never mind. Not your worry. But yeah, silence. Silence is golden. There's so much that we can learn from silence, so much we learn about ourselves, right? If you're uncomfortable in silence, then that probably means that you need to sit in silence a little bit more, right? When we're uncomfortable with silence, it's because we're uncomfortable that the thoughts that might be coming through our mind within that silence, right? Within the silence, there's nothing distracting us from those things that we're trying to avoid, right? So allowing yourself to lean into the uncomfortability of silence, right? Recognize the power within silence and allow yourself to receive all that the silence has to offer you, right? Yeah. So one thing about the podcasts that I had done, my high rambling podcasts, is that there wasn't a consistent time frame. I would have some installments that were like 2 minutes long, and then some installments that maybe went over an hour, or almost an hour maybe. But yeah, the format for this is going to be very similar. I cannot promise that I will be able to consistently fill, I don't know how long our podcasts usually. I don't know. Probably 30 minutes to an hour, right? Or maybe even more, depending on the podcast. But yeah, I'm kind of just going to go until I feel complete, and then I'll stop. Sounds like a plan. I hope you enjoy my setup. I got this mic thingy so that I would look professional. I honestly have no idea how well it works. I'm hoping that it is working in this moment. Maybe it, improves the sound in some way. I probably should have tested that out before I went ahead, but here we are, right? We will see. But I thought it would help me look the part. I've actually had it for a while now, and it's just been kind of sitting there picking up dust. So pull it out today and thought I'd give it a twirl. So we'll see how it goes, if the sound is even helped by it. I do kind of like it. And then as I took it out and I was getting my thing set up, I realized that I didn't have anything to put it on so that it would actually be seen. I did half contemplate bringing the tripod all the way down to the floor and then kind of just keeping it on the floor and maybe laying down with it next to me, but it's like, that's not going to happen. So that's not what did happen. But yeah. Oh yeah, so I needed something to rest it on, and I was like, what will I use? And I had my drum right here, so, well, it was over there, so I was like, hey, maybe that will work. So here we are. Um, yeah. With that, I believe I am complete. Yeah. Whew. Just making sure nothing else wants to come through in this moment. Sometimes it'll just be me talking about random shit. Other times it might be I feel called to record because something wants to come through. So just channeling whatever comes through. Sometimes I might Sometimes I might feel called to pull some cards. Whew. Okay. Yeah, so I would also like to, have conversations with people about different things, topics that, are sometimes a bit uncomfortable to have. But, I think that's how we work through things, by going through them. The only way out is through, right? So yeah, I would love to have different conversations with different people about different aspects of life, and the way that we're living it, right? Yeah, I also mentioned that in the podcast installment I recorded yesterday. Although as of this moment, even though earlier I referenced the installment that I posted, I haven't actually posted it quite yet. See, my intention is to post it before I post this one. And don't worry, I will not be getting backed up again. It's not going to happen. I will be posting that one. Once I finish recording this, it's going to happen. 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 All right, yes. And then I will post this one. I should probably learn how to, the best thing for editing these videos, because even though we spoke about silence before, often there are some long pauses within these, and you know what, maybe I won't edit it out, because sometimes if the silence is there, perhaps the silence is needed, right? Give us time to ponder. I found a royalty-free playlist on Spotify. I don't know if you can even hear it, but I had it kind of low. Trying to follow the rules this time around. Yeah. Testing. It's probably a bit late to do that, right? Okay. All right. I do believe in this moment I am complete. I thank you for listening. I'm hoping beyond hopes that you can hear me. I can't imagine if after all this it didn't work. Guess we'll see. Well, I guess I'll see, because if it doesn't work, then you will probably never see. But yeah. We'll see. All right. And with that, I believe I am complete. Sending so much love. Stay elevated.